Welcome. This video is a review of some footage that my friend Weston had taken of him at our Newaza tournament. This last year in October, I hosted my first tournament, the Newaza tournament. It was the first Newaza tournament in the region. Basically, my idea was to kind of force our players, coaches, referees to spend dedicated time on Newaza, because I know that in our area, depending on the club, Newaza isn't super emphasized, and of course I have a passion for it, coming from a BJJ background, and I think it's a much safer form of competition for older people, and for people who are just getting into judo. It's kind of a little bit less intimidating. The rules are pretty simple. Basically, normal judo rules when it comes to what's legal and illegal. So, no guillotines, no leg locks, of course. Arm bars only allowed at brown and black belt. And the 20 seconds pin to win, 10-second pin to Wazari, and then submission. So these videos are pretty short, so it should be pretty easy to make one video out of all three of these matches, four of these matches that he gave me. Weston is the one on the right. He is just about to get his brown belt now. He was, I think, about 6 or 8 months into judo at this point. No background at all in grappling before that. His opponent on the left is Rusty. Rusty is a BJJ purple belt, I believe, and also a judo blue belt. So we'll see how Weston does. One thing, they start from a I forget the exact name of the position, but essentially one leg up and one knee down. So you'll see that in just a second. I've muted the sound because his daughter and wife were cheering very loudly for him, all these competitions. Okay, so Rusty starts by getting a really good grip, and then he goes straight to the double underhooks and starts looking for a turnover into the pin. Immediately gets it into the Okoshiho. You can see Osakomi starts right there pretty much immediately, and I think this is just going to go 20 seconds. Weston does a good job trying to bridge and get Rusty turned over, but isn't able to get the job done. So right there you see the experience. Rusty's experience really counts, and he knew which grips he wanted right off the bat, and fought for them and got them, and was able to go straight to the turnover into the pin. Okay, let's start the next video. So once again, Weston is the one closest to us. I believe this is Rusty again on the other side. Yep, it is. And exact same thing. In this case, Rusty gets an underhook on the side he wants to turn up with, and an overhook on the side he wants to pull down. So pretty classic, you know, like turning a steering wheel. You pull down one side, lift up on the other, right? So that underhook side is the side he wants to lift with, and the overhook side is the one he wants to pull down with. Exact same thing here. He's kind of half thinking about Kesugatame. Weston does a good job of getting turned over, and the Osakomi ends. But I think we got a choke on right here. Yep. So there's a Shimewaza, and Weston taps to it. Let's go straight back there and see if we can see which Shimewaza. I'm gonna guess probably a little hard to see from this angle. Looks kind of like he might have just had like a bow and arrow type choke there. So Okay, on to the next video. Um, this one, Weston is against a young man from another dojo nearby. They're a lot closer to the same level. Weston gets into his guard immediately, but the other player starts trying to wrap up the arm that's in. Weston should be posturing here and getting his arm back before he does anything else. But he does look for a nice half guard pass. And now he's still looking for the half guard pass, even though he's being choked with the cross choke. Probably should have tried to get his arm back and then his head back there before looking to pass the legs. So generally, when you're in someone's guard, it's really important to control your own posture first, and then from there you control the upper body of your opponent, and then from there the lower body of your opponent. So kind of the classic way of saying things is you want to control your opponent's shoulders and their hips, but they'll probably need both to attack you, but the arms are more of a concern because they can defend against your attacks with the arms. So start by getting a good posture, building up a good base. I always like to build up first so that I have a really strong, stable, upright posture, and then from there, then you can begin working on other things, passing. But if you try to pass like that with your head down, your opponent's arms not controlled, they'll just do whatever they want. And in this case, it was one of the cross chokes, so probably Name Juji Jimmy, or one of the other variations of that. Okay, Weston here against a different young man. And immediately he gets the underhook, but he doesn't fight. And I think he's going to get his guard pass to the left, his opponent's left here. He's got one leg over, but it's the side that he has an overhook on. If it was the side he had the underhook on, then he could posture up and go take the back. Mate is called, looks like. They reset to the center. They're looking around here. Weston just kind of goes straight to turtle and lets his opponent take his back. From here he should stay low and defend his neck. But his opponent, he kind of turns over and tries to pull guard, but doesn't really have it. And then looks for the classic leg over the face defense, which I'm not a fan of. It's illegal in a lot of different situations in judo because you could put backward pressure on the spine and neck, and it's just generally not very effective in my opinion. I don't think Osekami has been called, but it should be if it hasn't been. Yeah, it was. Okay, good. Yeah, so pretty simple matches there. 4 matches, went really quick. I'm not sure if Weston had any more matches that day, but that's basically the summary of it. Like I said, really good format for older people and beginners. As you could see, no one got hurt. I'm pretty sure my paramedic just sat there for the entire tournament and did not, I think maybe had to tape a finger that had a hangnail. That was literally the extent. No broken bones, no concussions, no sprained ankles or anything, which is a lot less than a normal tournament of the same size. So really good for people who aren't really super experienced. Good way to have them get their first taste of competition in judo shiai. Yeah, generally a great time. I highly recommend, if you have the ability to be a tournament organizer, go put on a Newaza tournament in your Udon Shikai, and they're a ton of fun, super safe, and a good way to force people to learn Newaza. In fact, two of my referees, I'm actually the referee on the farm mat at the moment, but my two other referees who showed up actually learned quite a lot because it's like a more focused time to see stuff that they generally don't see, because Newaza is such a small part of a normal Tachiwaza. And one thing I've noticed is that when interesting scenarios happen in Newaza, a lot of times referees make the wrong calls or they don't react correctly because they just haven't seen enough of it. Like, even over like 20 years of refereeing at the local level, I've seen referees not know some of the rules just because, there's Newaza every once in a blue moon. So, yep, that's my spiel for my pitch for Newaza tournaments, and good job to Weston out here. Thanks.